So hello guys. Today we'll be talking about the intelligent system final project. So we have made a music recommendation system. So the background problem is that most of the time Spotify recommends songs to their users according to their preferences. So we're trying to understand how Spotify can recommend songs to their users by recommending from similar songs or by the song's popularity. So basically we want to make our own music recommendation system which is similar to the Spotify recommendation system. Okay, so about our project. So our recommendation music system is based on the million song dataset. The algorithm used is a collaborative filtering recommendation system. The data we use is from the million song dataset, and both using this Spotify API library, we're able to get user Spotify preferences data, or basically the most played song on our Spotify.
Um, so for, so for the libraries and package use in this project, we use NumPy. Uh, NumPy is a Python library used for working with arrays. It also has some math-related functions such as working in domain of linear algebra, Fourier transform, and matrices. After that, we use Pandas. Pandas is a fast, powerful, flexible, and easy to use open source data analysis and manipulation tool. And we use sklearn too. It is for machine learning and data mining. And as mentioned before, we use Spotify as the API library of the Spotify app. And we also use Recommender, which a file from the GitHub. So for the datasets, we take it from the million song dataset, and we take it from in a form of CSV and TXT files. And this is the screenshot of the CSV file. So for the methods, actually there are two methods of algorithms. Or algorithms that can be used, which are content-based recommendation systems, or also known as CBRS, and collaborative filtering recommendation system, which is the method that we use right now. So content-based recommendation system is a method or algorithm that recommends items based on its features and the similarity between elements of either items. So an example, we can assume that a user has already seen a movie from a genre of comedy. So the CBRS will recommend movies that also belong to the comedy genre. And collaborative filtering recommendation system is a method or algorithm that recommends items similar to what the user has already chosen. So we assume that I listen to song A and my partner Alif listen to song A too. So the CFRS will also recommend the songs that from Alif to me.
So for the implementation or how our program works, so we have two datasets. The first one is contain of user ID, song ID, and listen count. The second one is the metadata such as song name and artist. So we merge the both datasets and we take 20k songs out of 20 million songs from the datasets. Since we have a bunch of users data, we use collaborative filtering recommendation system in order to search the similar song in dataset. So we provide two options to generate the song recommendation. The first one is by users input or input song name and the artist name, and the second one is from user Spotify preference, which are the user's most played song in Spotify. Then, if the user choose option 1, our program will compare the input song that the user input, and it will be merged with our datasets, and our program will give the recommendation songs based on the result of the collaborative filtering. If the user choose option 2, our program will compare the Spotify preference or users most played song on Spotify with the merged dataset, and our program will give the recommendation song based on the result of the collaborative filtering. So in the both option, the top recommended song will be automatically played in the Spotify, and if the Spotify is active, and otherwise if the Spotify is inactive, the program will print Spotify is inactive. For the evaluation, we use the collaborative filtering recommendation system, or CFRS algorithm, in order to search the similar songs in the datasets. For this algorithm, we cannot really measure the accuracy of this program, but the speed of this program is quite slow because it takes time to load the datasets and makes the data frames and calculating the result for the song recommendation. Since we only use 20k songs from the dataset and the million song data is not updated, searching newer songs will result in. And for the next evaluation, so on our recommender.python, we have two classes, which are popularity recommender and similarity recommender class. So we can compare these both class. Using the popularity based algorithm will always return the same set of songs to be recommended, as it does not take into account the user's input. A similarity based algorithm returns different results based on the user input. So we gonna show our demo.
Okay, so let's start with our demo. Okay, so right now it's going to be asking for the URL given. Okay, and you're just going to have to paste it on the application. This is actually for the Spotify API to work. Okay, right now it's going to take a while. It's already given 3 options. Okay, so let's use the second option first, which is to get recommendation based on the Spotify top tracks. So right now here I'm just making sure that the Spotify app itself is actually active. Again, this is gonna take a while because it's calculating all the stuff. Okay, so as you can see now, it's already playing the songs that is being recommended on the top, which is If You're Wondering If I Want You by Weezer. Okay, now next we'll try to do the same thing again, but with the first option, which is to do manual input. So right now I'm just trying to search song from Fix You by Coldplay. So again, let's make sure that the Spotify app itself is actually active. Okay, let's just wait for a moment. Yep, okay, so we got the Uprising by Muse, and it's playing on the background from Spotify. So thank you for listening, and that marks our presentation.